Okay, we are live right now.
Ready?
Yes.
Namaste, Namaste, and good afternoon to all our esteemed panel of guests, and good day to all our viewers around the world. Welcome back to another episode in our Google Hangout series of OVBI. We have been doing the series of Google Hangouts leading up to the International Day of Yoga on 21st June. I would like to take this wonderful opportunity to introduce our panel of guests one by one. Let me introduce you to our keynote speaker, Mr. Sridharan, Minister, Press Information and Culture, Embassy of India, Washington, D.C. Mr. Sridharan Madhusudan assumed his responsibilities as a head of press, information and culture and the spokesperson of the Embassy of India in Washington in February 2013. As a minister at the embassy, he heads the department dealing with press relations and media management, cultural relations including institutional linkages, literature, performing arts, exhibitions, films, publications, scholars, and distinguished visitors exchange programs, digital diplomatic initiatives, Indian chairs in the US universities, and outreach program. Mr. Dharan is also a writer of several books and has directed several plays. Welcome, Mr. Dharan. We have also Mr. Mahesh Patel from Gayatri Parivar. Gayatri Parivar US is an integral part of the worldwide Gayatri Parivar movement, founded by Yug Rishi Pandit Sri Ram Sharma Acharya and Mata Bhagwat Devi Sharma. Gayatri Parivar is a spiritual movement that regenerates the highest human values around the world. Welcome, Mr. Mahesh Patel. Now, I would like to request Mr. Mehul from OVBI to introduce our viewers work done by OVBI to Mr. Mehul.
Thank you, Parimita ji. So we will have a brief presentation on Volunteers for Better India. Can you see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
So Overseas Volunteers for Better India is for people like you and me. We are doctors, lawyers, or ordinary citizens trying to improve India and also improve the lives of NRIs. These are our three main websites: Overseas VBI, the International Yoga Day, and Know Our India. The mission is to build a better India that's economically advanced and culturally rooted. And we want to bring national issues to the forefront so people can join hands and work together instead of being stuck in regional and communal differences. We reconnect Indians with their roots and heritage and also mobilize the several hundred thousand volunteers that we have in India and also in many countries around the globe. It was launched a few years back by Sri Ravi Shankar to mobilize the youth and take charge of the country. The entire launch video is at this link, tinyurl VBI launch. He mentioned that India has 7 things that we can be proud of and develop them, which is spirituality, Ayurveda, music, food, clothes, IT, and tourism. And then it'll be easier for Indian economy to start growing again. A lot of people around the country attended this and a lot of projects and work happened. So we have around 200,000 volunteers in India who work with over 40,000 villages and did all kinds of projects, over 1,000 projects in water awareness, women's safety, deforestation, organic farming, cleaning up dry rivers. There were a few rivers that were dry in Maharashtra, Karnataka, and in various cities they did what was needed. Like in Mumbai, they traffic help and reducing plastic bags and many other things. So instead of trying to complain about things, the whole tone here is to get together and do work. One of the interesting things we did was we had a mobile app and also a web portal where people could register and vote. This was developed by very good, bright talent by Silicon Valley engineers in the US, working hands with the VBI team in India. It was used by NASSCOM, by a number of companies where the employees registered to vote. He also went around the country and a lot of street plays. We went to schools and had children to encourage their parents to vote. and we have got accolades in the book by Dr. Qureshi, and also Dr. Abdul Kalam has given a prize and an award for us to increase the voting percentage. So this was a very important feat done by several 100,000 volunteers, and even around the globe, the VBI people encourage people to vote. We have a knowledge portal called knowourindia.org. It is to learn about India's real history. Many people don't know how India really got independence, about the culture, the heritage, and also this increases Indian pride. There are very nice online seminars and articles and videos out there where you can learn about politics and geopolitics, media, yoga series, which is happening right now. And also we have classes to learn Sanskrit and Vedic mathematics, and a teacher training is coming. And we also had local events about Indian mathematicians and science. So please go on this portal, and so that any NRI around the world, you can learn about India's culture and heritage. Now over to Pawan for the next part of this presentation.
Hi, I would like Parmita ji to introduce our viewers to effort led by OVBI for International Yoga Day. Parmita ji, can you show the slides to our viewers, please? Thank you.
Thank you, Pawan. Thank you, Mohul, for the wonderful presentation. OVBI also provides forum for a lot of Indian leaders like Rajiv Malhotra, Kiran Bedi, Balasaheb Darade, and people can get inspired, get more ideas, more information from... Yes.
Yeah, we cannot see a presentation. Do you want me to do the slides?
Yeah, Pawan was supposed to, next slides, he was supposed to do the slides. Pawan, can you please play the next slide? Or you can do that.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, just before that.
Okay.
Next.
So OVBI also provides forum for a lot of Indian leaders like Rajiv Malhotra, Kiran Bedi, Balasaheb Darade, and people can get inspired, get more ideas, more information from these thought leaders. We also had a lot of cultural programs in US like Gujarati Garba, Dandiya, Holi, Diwali, Republic Day parades. So there are a lot of NRIs that participate and come together. It brings together beautifully all our NRIs. Next slide, please. We have
Pawan?
other projects.
Yeah, just 1 second, huh? Pawan, 1 second. Let me do this. Hold on. This was what Parmita ji was mentioning about the various leaders and cultural events. Can you see the slides?
Yeah.
Okay. And then this is the other projects.
Other projects.
Yeah, please continue.
Okay. Thanks, Mayur. We have other projects. Adopt a Village program. People go and make improvement in villages. Very interesting efforts are seen, and the strength of India is also in villages. We also donate solar lamps so that women can learn and increase the productivity of the villages. Bunch of OVBI volunteers also went to India to vote in the last elections. To take a vacation time off in the last elections, go all the way there. It was very inspiring seeing them volunteering on voting day to help in various cities, to help in elections. Direct them to right voting stations, encourage them to vote. I was one of them. Now we have artificial intelligence powered voter roll cleanup software. So there are many things in voters database. Some voters don't exist, and there is bogus voters increase. So we are trying to come up with some algorithms. Our IT team in US and in India work together to help clean up this and help in next elections. Next slide, please. OVBI is also been co-leading big partners in many government events. Recent visit of our Prime Minister Modi in New York, OVBI was the largest partner organization. Lot of youth had come from all over to join hands and support with new government, and we had lot of media PR work undertaken. Also, Madhya Pradesh CM Mr. Shivraj Singh visit to New York, wherein he got a lot of investors out here to meet with government officials and see, here we can make India a better place. Next slide. As you all know, the 21st June is being celebrated by the United Nations as first International Day of Yoga. 177 countries have voted and come together to support this decision by United Nations and make this a historical event in US. So far, it has the highest number of co-sponsors even for any ENGA resolutions of such nature. Overseas Volunteers for Better India is one of the fastest growing, largest organization NGO to do multiple events for 21st June, celebrating first International Day of Yoga in 100 cities across US, and to unite all citizens from various communities to join hands together to celebrate this day involving social, political, educational fields, Indian consulates, yoga studios, chambers of commerce, local media, health studios, congressmen, senators, and corporate heads, and government organizations. Yoga is not only a method to make a healthy body and mind, but also helping world becoming a better place. It is making us realize our true potential. You can also host an event or register for Yogathon at intyogaday.com. Next slide, please. Many people are asking how they can help. You can become a volunteer for Better India, enroll on overseasvbi.org website. You can also take up projects like building up a model village, fundraising for child education, or become part of the IT team support. You can also help in creating a network of influential NRIs, help in reconnecting Indians with their culture and heritage. And now my friend Pawan will take over from here. To you, Pawan.
Thank you, Parmita ji, and welcome to all our viewers to this Google Hangout with Embassy of India and from our guest from Gayatri Parivar, Mr. Mahesh ji. I would like to start the question and answer session. And to our viewers who would like to ask questions, on the left-hand side we have a question window. You can send our questions and we will ask our guests those questions towards the end of this hangout. So I would like my first question to Mr. Dharan from Embassy of India. Hello, Mr. Dharan. Can you please explain to our viewers how Embassy of India plans to celebrate this first ever International Day of Yoga on June 21st in Washington, D.C. area?
Thank you, Pawan. Actually, before I come to the Washington, D.C. area, I would like to mention that this is not a localized initiative. As you know, this is a global initiative by Government of India, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi has personally invited each and every person on the globe to participate in this to make it into a mass movement. So from the Ministry of External Affairs, what we are planning to do is that we will try to organize celebrations to mark this first International Day of Yoga in all the countries around the world. And it will be spearheaded by the embassies and the consulates around the world. So in that context, we are doing it in the Washington, D.C. area. What we have done is that instead of individual organizations doing their own things, we are inviting all the organizations. Actually, we have invited 9 organizations, and they have formed a group called Friends of Yoga. Friends of Yoga in USA, let me mention the names. We have Brahmakumaris, we have Council for Yoga Accreditation International, we have Gayatri Parivar, we have Hamvatan, we have Hindu Swayamsevak Sangh, and we have Isha Foundation, we have the Art of Living, and of course the Overseas Volunteer for Better India, who is hosting this Google Hangout, and Patanjali Yoga Peeth. So all these 9 organizations, they are forming a group called Friends of Yoga. So they are doing an event in association with the Indian Embassy. So this celebration would be on the National Mall, which is very prestigious. at the Sylvan Theatre. Sylvan Theatre, for the locality, for the people who want to participate, it's very close to the Smithsonian Metro. You can get down from there and come. And Sylvan Theatre is close to the National Monument. Right? So from 8:30 to 11:30 on that day, we will have celebrations of First International Day of Yoga. We will have special remarks from the leadership from India. We will have the Excellency Ambassador Arun K. Singh from the Indian Embassy there. We will have guests and distinguished guests from the US side also. And we are planning to do some cultural events like some Indian music and Indian dances. And there will be exclusive yoga videos. And there will be yoga demonstrations and inputs on yoga. And this is a free event. There is no registration fee for this. Anybody can register. You can just go to our website, which is the website for the First International Day of Yoga. It's called www.friendsofyogausa.org. friendsofyogausa.org, and you can register free, and we welcome all the people, from all the communities, all walks of life. You are all welcome to come there.
Thank you, Mr. Dharan. That's a wonderful location near the National Mall, and we look forward to join for June 21st event in Washington, D.C. So my next question is, can you please describe what is the importance of International Day of Yoga, and what is the broader vision of Government of India on this day?
I think instead of me paraphrasing, we should go back to what Prime Minister Modi said when he visited US in 2014 on September 27, when he spoke at the United Nations. He said that yoga is an invaluable gift of India's ancient tradition, right? And he emphasized that it's not about just the physicality part of it. He said it embodies unity of mind and body, thought and action, right? So he pitches that this is not about a particular country or a particular tradition. It's a global asset for the human heritage, right? So he, at the time, he suggested, why don't we propose that there should be an International Day of Yoga? And that's the seed which is now blooming, right? And in a record time, if you see 27th of September, where the proposal comes, and you see that on December 11th, which is just about 75 days, December 11, India's permanent representative in the United Nations, and he is proposing that we should do an International Day of Yoga. And just for the viewers to give a background how this works, when a country which is a member of the United Nations, when they have a proposal, they actually say that, okay, we are going to propose this and everybody can vote on this. To filter proposals which are not very substantial, there is a procedure in which you have co-sponsors. So you send to the countries and say, would you like to be co-sponsor? And the countries which feel that this is a very noble cause and it is in line with their expectations, so they will all come as co-sponsors. So even if you get about 10-15 co-sponsors, it's a good enough, then it goes for voting. And when India actually proposed it, the co-sponsor level itself has created a record. First ever proposal in UNGA for any International Day of Yoga, India's proposal got 177 out of the 193 countries in the United Nations. So, which means that overwhelming countries around the world see value in having an International Day of Yoga. So, United Nations decided that it doesn't need a vote and unanimously decided that all the countries want this International Day of Yoga. So that's how this came. So the point I'm making is it's not about India's initiative and India wants it, but it is India's initiative, but the globe wants it, the world wants it, right? So that is the importance. India's vision, actually, a couple of days ago, our Prime Minister tweeted, he said that I want this to be a mass movement. It is not a very narrow, exclusive thing. Everybody should do, everywhere we should do. So that's the vision we have. And now that we have an International Day of Yoga by the United Nations, which means that this is not about June 21st of 2015. It's about 2016, 17, and so on. So it's going to be an annual thing. And with the emphasis that India is giving to be very inclusive and all the countries, all the people coming in, we expect that this vision of yoga being a global movement which unifies body and mind and people. And so this is a kind of vision where there is yoga for harmony and peace. In fact, that is a byline that Government of India has chosen for this. So this is yoga for harmony and peace. Harmony needs more people. You are in harmony with yourself, but you are in harmony with everybody else. So this is the vision we have, and we expect that all the countries will participate and all the people will participate, especially in United Nations, which is also one of the strong supporter of this. We expect all the people to participate in these initiatives. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dharan, for wonderfully explaining Government of India's vision, and we hope the entire world will come together for many more such initiatives. I would like now our volunteer, Ms. Shubha, to ask questions to our esteemed guest from Gayatri Parivar, Mr. Maheshji. Thank you.
Thank you, Pawan. Maheshji, this is the question we have. Like, could you please briefly describe what yoga means to you and what are the benefits of yoga that you have experienced?
Thank you. Yoga is, as Mr. Dharan said, which helps in building the harmony. As we see that in the outside, prana maintains the harmony between matter and the consciousness. Similarly, in our body, and when what we call is mind, that controls the harmony between our physical body and the consciousness. So yoga helps controlling our mind, thinking positively. So ultimately, it helps maintains the harmony within us and outside of the world.
Thank you, Maheshji. Can you please explain how Gayatri Parivar is participating in International Day of Yoga on June 21st?
Gayatri Parivar is planning to set up a bookstall which has many books related to the yoga and many other topics of spirituality. And in that book explains or gives the knowledge to the people who will be attending, which has many topic related to yoga, and that will ultimately help other people, and it brings the awareness of the yoga.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mahesh. Parmita ji, would you like to ask Mr. Mahesh your questions? Thank you.
We apply to real life situations, especially among the youths. What do you think?
Yes, definitely. Yoga can help building the good family values among the youth. To understand that the meaning of yoga is to unite with God, and God is vast and universal. If focus of the youth is God, all the youth thinking will be ideal. If the thinking is ideal, then their activities will be ideal, and this will help youth build a good values among family, society, and the world.
Excellent.
Mr. Mahesh, can you please explain how yoga helps us to de-stress, how it leads to mental and physical well-being?
So yoga involves physical and mental exercise. Physical exercise helps a student or us to be healthy. Mental exercise like pranayam and meditation helps develop us focus and attention. Yoga is also a process through which student thinks in the right direction. All of these combines help us to improve overall to live a peaceful life.
Okay. I would like to ask one question to Embassy of India, Mr. Dharan. What do you think should be India's role to promote yoga on a global platform? How is Embassy planning to continue this yoga awareness in coming years?
Thank you, Parmitaji. As I see it, India will always spearhead this global effort in taking yoga to more and more people with a unifying theme that it is for harmony and peace. At the embassy, we don't see it as a particular day's event, but we see that it's a progress that we are making towards making yoga a practice which is global in nature and harmony and peace as its theme. So, with this in mind, Indian Embassy in Washington, D.C. Did not wait for the June 21st to come, which is a big day, and we are planning a lot of things. But from April onwards, we have been doing a series of things. On April 29th, actually, we kickstarted a series of curtain riser events for promoting the International Day of Yoga. So on April 29th, Sri Ravi Shankar, one of the renowned yogis, and he addressed the people in Indian Embassy, and we invited a lot of guests, and he spoke to us about nurturing peace through yoga and meditation. And at the embassy, we had our leader, Charge Affairs at that time, Ambassador Taranjit Singh Sandhu, and he addressed the people, and he informed about what are the embassy's plans and the importance of International Day of Yoga. And on May 1st, Indian Embassy collaborated with Chinmaya Mission in Virginia, and we did a yoga event to promote this. Again, on May 1st, we collaborated with a student group in University of Maryland called Develop, Empower, Synergize India, which is a beautiful thing. They formed an acronym called DESI. So with the DESI students group, Indian Embassy collaborated, and we had yoga in life and all the people, yoga friends of yoga organizations, and so we held an event at the university which is open for all the students to come, and there was a yoga demonstration, and on the same day, May 1st, there was a beautiful development in Washington, D.C. You know, there is on the Hill, there is congressional cluster of congressional activities. But for the very first time, they created a Congressional Yogi Association in USA. And they created a Congress Yogi Association, and Keith Mitchell, kind of very famous big people, came, and Representative Tim Ryan, he spearheaded the thing, and Indian Embassy actually collaborated, supported that event. So there was a yoga on the Hill on May 1st. And then we took it to May 11th, where we had Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev of Isha Foundation, and he addressed the public, and he spoke about relevance of yoga in modern life. And at the time, we had the new ambassador from India to United Nations, the United States, Ambassador Arun K. Singh, and he also addressed the people. And on May 16th, OVBI was a great support in that. OVBI, Patanjali Yoga, Gayatri Parivar, and all the three organizations in collaboration with the Durga Temple and, of course, the Indian Embassy, they organized a yoga event. And from the Indian Embassy, we had our Minister for Community Affairs, Mr. Mishra, N.K. Mishra. He addressed the people, and he spoke about the importance of International Day of Yoga and the relevance to it. And as we speak today, on May 30th, actually, at the Rajdhani Temple, Gayatri Parivar and Patanjali Yoga, they collaborated for another event. And on June 2nd, Isha Foundation and the World Bank India Club, we are going to do another event in which the members of the India Club of the World Bank and the public are mostly invited. And we are going to do another event of yoga in which, again, this is promoted. So as you see, we are not waiting for the D-Day alone, but we are promoting the D-Day of June 21st by organizing various events. And we are very grateful to the yoga organizations in this region who are wonderful in their dedication and the capacity. You know, some people can actually aspire to do or like to do, but they have the capacity and the volunteer power and the planning capacity to deliver these things. We are very grateful that we have such great partners. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Nice, thank you. That's very inspiring and encouraging that the government and the UN is, along with all the NGOs, is supporting this activity. So we all think it will make the world a better place to live. Thank you very much. The next question is for Mahesh ji. Uh, Mahesh ji, how would you like to continue activities in supporting and popularizing yoga in the future for Gayatri Parivar?
So, in order to popularize yoga, the first thing that we should be and we are doing is practicing yoga at our home every day. So this will increase the awareness within the family, and then each of every event that we do either at home or at the temple or any other places, we should have some topic related to yoga that increases the knowledge, and that is the first step for other people to follow. Once the people know the advantage of yoga, then they will start practicing and basically helping others to understand, and it will popularize more and more.
Okay, thank you. Um, Another next question for Mahesh ji again. Uh, how do you think yoga helps students in improving their grades, focus, and attention?
So physical and mental exercise, and when they do the pranayam helps to calm their mind. And yoga is also a process of thinking into a right direction. When students start thinking into a right direction, doing pranayam and meditation, and pranayam involves breathing exercise that helps to calm mind, and doing all these things together, overall students becomes calm, more focused, and they increase their attention also, and which will ultimately improve their grades.
Thank you.
Okay, I would like to ask Mr. Dharan one last question. How would this national celebration positively impact the atmosphere in Metro DC area?
Metro DC area is anyway very positive. The positivity in Metro DC area is palpable. You can actually stretch your hand and touch it, right? So we are very glad that we have this opportunity to observe this International Day of Yoga here. And we have seen other organizations who are also involved, and thousands of people turn up for these wonderful events. So we look forward to a great event, which again, as we said, this is not about that particular day, particular event. It's about making it into a movement. And there are hundreds and hundreds of yoga studios or temples or yoga organizations like yours who are all continuously every day doing it and taking it to the next level. And we just humbly hope that our efforts will increase this momentum and help at least to a limited level to take it to the next level. And that is our hope and vision. Thank you.
Okay, I have my last question to Dharanji.
Oh my.
We are really impressed by what Government of India has done and how it is promoting and supporting yoga around the world. So, as you said, this is the first International Day of Yoga. So how do you think Government of India plans to support this initiative in future?
See, I wouldn't be able to talk about on behalf of the government of India in the future plans, but as you see the current vision, this is taken the center stage in our global diplomacy also. But at the same time, we don't see it as just as a physical thing. It's a more like a unified, universal, inclusive kind of movement. So I think in a way, we are from the embassy's perspective, we are actually working with an organization called American Dance Therapy Association. Right? So these people also use yoga, and yoga is used in the health area, yoga is used in the meditation area, peace area, and of course the culture. where the Indian dance is seen as part of the yogic meditation, or the yogic meditation is seen as part of Indian dance anyway, right? So in this way, you can see the whole of world culture and health initiatives all having some organic relationship with yoga. And Indian government and the India as a whole, we all would like to see that these organic relationships are developed to the next level, and take it and see it as a unified thing, not as mere, if I may, a substitution for going to gym. Right? This is something bigger than this. This is more organic than this, and we will see it as a holistic picture. And when you see yoga, you can see a lot of things around. When you see a lot of things around, we should be able to see yoga. If that happens, then we will all feel that yoga is not an activity, but it's part of a lot of things we already do, and it will contribute to take it to the next level of thinking and activity. That is our vision. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. We will just show some websites that we are talking about for your information, so that you know where to sign up and register. Are you able to see this the screen?
Yes.
So this is the overseas VBI website. Here we have a lot of the initiatives that we talked about, and here you can go to the yoga website and you can sign up. Here you can also join, become a member, and donate for any of our projects. This is the International Yoga Day website that OVBI is built with the Consulate General of India, where we have lots of partners out here. This was the curtain bear event in New York, and where you can sign up and be a partner, and we can publicize your events here also. Then this is the Know Our India website that we talked about, where we have a lot of videos about our real history and how you can understand India in a new light, and also learn about Sanskrit, Vedic mathematics, and Ayurveda and spirituality. And also there are some quizzes for you to test your knowledge at the end. And this is Mahesh, I hope this is your Gayatri Parivar website.
Yes, that's the Gayatri Parivar website.
Yes.
In that, if you go to the literature part, there is a huge number of collection of books that anyone can go and read. It has in multiple, if you go to the books, link of the books.
Yes.
Yes. So there is a huge collection of books onto that website.
Very nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Joining. Parmita ji, Pawan. Yeah. Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all.
See you all on the yoga. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you all.
Namaste.
Wonderful being with all of you. Thank you.
Yeah.